Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dan Lags, and welcome back to part number 21 of the Fantasy Village Let's Build. Guys, welcome back. And today I'm going to be picking up right where I left off from last episode. I'm going to be working on this tavern here in the village. And last episode, we basically started off by just getting the general design of this thing put in, dimensions, block choice, the front layout, and everything. So today I'm just going to continue this and try to get the exterior of this build completed. And then we'll see what we can come up with on the interior. We'll put down some floors and ceilings and make all the windows line up properly. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I got all my blocks ready to go in the inventory. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, though, is place some slabs right there. Kind of neutralize that shape. And then I believe we can just leave that blank there with some nice wood. I think that's just fine. I was also thinking about double stacking some things. So, for example, this right here is going to get turned into wood instead of our blue stained clay. Double stacking the wooden edge of the roof designs, because that's what we did over here. And I'm doing that 2 blocks off the edge on both sides. So I think that'll work out pretty nicely. We're going to do that over here as well. But welcome back, guys. We're on part 21. As I said last episode, I'm shooting for 25 parts on this series. So today we're going to continue working on the tavern and get the exterior of it done for this video. Next time, I'm going to come back on for part 22, and I'm going to work on some houses over in that little cul-de-sac area. And then after that's done, it's just about fine-tuning from there. I believe once we have those houses built, it's pretty much just like interior time, getting all the builds furnished. And the one nice thing about the Fantasy Village is that it's not going to take me that long to furnish things. The one thing that I could see taking some time would be the Imperial Keep, but we've already even made some progress in that already. In fact, I did an episode of furnishing on the Imperial Keep, so because of that, I'm thinking that we will be able to knock that one out as well. So hopefully we can get this whole thing done in 25 parts. I'm going to be working off camera. You know, if I just built on camera, we wouldn't. It would go well past 25 parts. I still have a lot more. Trees need to be added, fine details. I have to add several more houses, which I'm not going to do all of that on camera. So it's definitely going to take some time, but I'm looking forward to continuing to work on it. Okay, so anyway, let's focus on today's task in hand, and that's going to be this tavern. Like I said, we're gonna get this exterior done right now. That's like the first thing we're gonna do, and then we'll focus on interior and see what we can come up with. But I think that we have like the plan pretty much in place for this, so it's all about just building it at this point. So let's do it. And then I gotta take this down on the other side as well. So let's actually run these stairs across right here. Connect those to here. And we'll actually have to run this out 2 extra blocks, since there's going to be basically just a full side roof design for that part, which is totally fine. This build is going to be kind of similar to the first one we did. The spot for the door is going to be different, and that's probably the main thing, as well as the block choice. But this part of the roof is going to be, nothing on it, right? So it's going to be similar to what we have right there, right? Pretty simple. So we'll do that and see what we can come up with. I totally have the design for this thing in my head, so we're just going to grind it out. But all right, let's go. Whoops, I don't want to fall here. Make sure that we stop flying. All right, so now that's looking good. And what I need to do is come right here, and this is going to be a slab. I'm going to break all of this. And this is actually going to be stairs turning this way now. So the reason why I chose this block, even though it's not lined up in the middle. Actually, yeah, it is lined up in the middle. Never mind. But the reason why I chose that block is so it's lined up with the side part, I guess. And it's not actually lined up over here, so I'm wondering what I did differently with this. I guess the back wall doesn't go out as far on that build, which is a little interesting. So we'll just get our standard, corner part of the roof design built right there. So now we have both of those, and what I'm gonna do now is come over here, and we're just gonna get this this roof design put in, which isn't gonna take too long. But yeah, a lot of you guys in the comments seem to really like the blue stained clay as the roof design, and I'm on board with it. I think it looks really nice. I think it's definitely a change of pace for the rest of the town. and it's you know, this block is textured for roofing. That's just how it was supposed to be, and I really do like that, how this texture pack has blocks that are specifically made for roof designs. I think that's really good. I mean, this texture pack is perfect for this village. You know, I can't ask for anything more. It's absolutely amazing. I still don't really know what those things are there. Kind of see like those little, I guess they're like cobwebs, I guess, is what they were supposed to be, but that's like an Optifine feature. Or unless that's coming, oh, never mind. That's just the leaves sticking through the blocks. Never mind. Scratch what I just said. I was gonna say, like, wonder why those little white specks are there on the sides of the blocks, but now I know. Now I know why. So, yeah, I'm just trying to use as much of the blocks that this texture pack has to offer, since I have a feeling that, you know, this texture pack has so many blocks to offer, and I'm trying to just give all of them a chance, right? And today, you know, well, for this build, we're giving the blue stained clay a chance. And, you know, let's say, for example, over there in the mage tower, we used those polished andesite. I think that's what that was. Let me double check. Yeah, I believe so. Polished andesite. Was it polished andesite? Yeah, it was. Or yeah, I think it was polished andesite. Like the large stone brick blocks, which are really cool. So just giving other blocks a chance, which I like. All right, so let's get the roof design put in on like on every side here. Get this filled in real quick. Shouldn't take too long, but we got to get it filled in, and then we can work on getting the rest of the sides detailed. Get this exterior finished on this. This is probably like the last major build for the village. Pretty much from here on out, in terms of builds, I'm just gonna be doing houses, just filler houses in the town. Probably some duplicates of like the first few houses that I built in the first little cul-de-sac over there. I'll probably do some duplicates or some small variations of those styles of builds, because those are the type of houses that I'm gonna need throughout the village to create density. And, you know, doing a unique house design for every single spot is something I want to do, but I'm gonna take like the basic designs of those original houses and then make slight variations to them. I think is the plan. So just so every house looks a little different, but they're all basically the same, as if like they were built by the same architect. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the whole theme of the village. Like there's one architect that built all the houses, kind of. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And we're almost done getting this roof filled in. Actually, just got to place like one more row, and just like that, it's all filled in. And we just got to get the sides finished, and we'll have ourselves a tavern build. And there we go. There's our roof design put in. From an aerial view, it looks very skinny, doesn't it? But when you come down below, it's this is not a small build by any stretch. Okay, so let's continue. What I want to do, we're taking this design over here, I believe, is what we're doing. Oh, it's going to be slightly different. Okay, hold on. So let's do this over here first. We're going to go 3 blocks wide of some oak wood going up. Same thing over here. We're just going to get this copied and pasted to the other side real fast. And then over here as well, we're just going to place the oak wood in. And now what I'm going to do is come to the ground here and place our oak wood logs going straight up and through. And these are going to connect all the way through to the ceiling. Same goes over here to kind of close off that spot. We'll leave that grass there since I kind of like it. I hear a sheep around here somewhere. I think there might be a sheep trapped. There he is. We got to get Jeb out of his trap as well. Speaking of trapped sheep, Jeb is still hiding over there in the woods. And as a matter of fact, let's check on our little buddy real quick, see how he's doing. Yep, he's still there. We'll make him an official spot later on in the series. I promise. I'll give him his own pen in the farm. It will happen. All right, so let's get this filled in as well. Take this all the way up like that. 3 blocks wide on this side as well. And now here's the difference, because we're not going to be adding a door on this side. So this is just going to be a blank wall with a window. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that in just a second. I'm wondering if I should do something with this, because there's going to be some overlap here. So I'm thinking about just doing some blank windows on this side and keeping it pretty basic. Haven't made that decision yet though, so we'll wait a second. Okay, so here, what we want to do is place an upside down stair here and here. And we're going to do actually a few more of these. Like this. I'm going to place some upside down stairs here. And here and here. I believe that's how I did this, right? Yep. That looks good. Then we're going to put some more upside down stairs running across like this through those wooden beams. Just going to make sure that I'm doing everything the way I want to do it. And then we're going to do some sideways spruce going across, which looks like 2 blocks. And then, yeah, 2 blocks with the slabs on different levels. Okay, pretty simple. So basically, it's a lot easier actually to look at it from the inner workings. You can kind of see the detail come together on a simpler way. Okay, and then we're going to place our slabs here. Put them 1 block up there and then there. And then basically everything else here is just going to get filled in with oak wood, essentially. So we'll just get it filled in. Let's jump to the outside here. We do have one... actually, we should probably account for this now before I forget. We're going to go 2 blocks up, and then there's going to be a side log going across here. So 1, 2. This is going to be the spot. So we're going to break the blocks behind this for connecting texture reason. Okay, so there we go. And now I can get the rest of this filled in here with my oak wood. Get these last few blocks placed in the right spots. Log right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and double check this. So log there, yep. We're going to place a few stairs there. We got to make sure we add those. We got some slabs below that. And we should be good. Alright, so let's go stairs like this. And we're going to place some slabs like that. And I believe that completes the design. I think that's correct. Of course, we just need to add our windows here on the interior. Nice looking brown stained glass, which I like. I'm a fan of this. Alright, so I believe that's correct from one side to the other. It looks right. Everything seems to be in order here. Take a step back from this angle. Definitely looks correct from one side to the other. Yeah, this one just looks a little different because it's a little bit more elevated off the ground because of the slope of the hill. So that I think that's what's throwing me off here a little bit. But, yep, we're looking good from one side to the other. It's the same. And let's go ahead and now we have to do these sides. These are going to be the important sides next, but let's get these windows filled in first. So essentially what I'm going to do is run, well actually we're going to go with some planks over top of this. Run this across here like that. Put some stairs. This wall is going to be pretty basic actually. I'm not going to be doing anything crazy with this. I'm still thinking about double stacking or slabbing these windows instead. We'll have to see how much space I have on the interior. But on this side, what you guys saw me do was place just like regular stairs like that, which is basically what I'm doing on this side, except they're in slightly different spots and there's no door on this side. So it looks a lot more simple on this side, but honestly, that simplicity is totally fine with me. I think it looks totally okay. Let's go ahead and add our planks going across right here to correspond with the other side. So we'll put those in. And I believe that lines up with that right there, which is a flat wall. So we're looking good on that front. Let's see. What do we want to do next? This is looking pretty good, though. Back of it's complete. We just got to figure out this side right here. And, of course, the other side. So I think what I'm going to do is just start this off by getting some oak planks filled in. Alright guys, so I just built a flat wall of oak wood here, but I'm going to take some stairs across to neutralize that connection between the oak and the cobblestone. So I'm going to be adding some windows in that wall in a second. I might honestly just add like 2 small windows because that could be the potential spot for the bar. So up against that wall. So it'd be ideal if there was no windows there for the interior floor plan. So I'm going to figure that out in a second. But first, I'm going to take some wood going across right here. We got to fill in these spots as well while we're at it. And we got it on that side, which is good. We can take this across here, run this all the way through to like right there, I guess. All right. And now I am going to place some stairs here. And we're going to place some oak wood first, and then I'm going to place some stairs. Let's go stairs across right here. 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this. Because if I put windows here, they're going to be pretty much right up against each other in the floor plan. So it makes me want to use panes instead. Which I probably will end up using panes, honestly. It's probably just better overall. I was also thinking about doing one big window in the middle of this and doing something along these lines. I'll show you guys right now. I was thinking about taking the oak wood pillar up again, just like we did on the very first wall, and leaving 3 blocks of opening in the middle. I think that this is going to be a unique design on this side, so I think we can play around with this and make something work. I'm going to place some stairs right here, 2 of them to be exact. So this right here is just going to be one big window, I think is what I'm going to do with this. So let's place some blocks like this. I'm going to place some oak running across there. We can actually break this oak to change the pattern. So now we have the lines on the side, which I think is a little bit better, and lines over here as well, which definitely looks better. And then, what can I do next? If I place a block here, would that connect it? Okay, that does not connect it. That's definitely a good thing. I love the way the connecting textures works with the oak wood. I think it's very, very nice. Alright, so let's put some glass in here. We're going to do a 3x4. We're going to go back outside. Let's see what this looks like. And I was thinking about doing some more stairs and some slabs. And actually, this was going to be some stairs like that. And that was going to be the window design for that side. I think that'll look good, especially if it's nighttime and there's some light behind it. I think that could look very nice, just kind of gleaming through. So one thing I'm going to do real quick, actually, guys, is do a quick little set fill here. Alright guys, I filled in the floor here, so let's just get an idea of what this could potentially look like at night. First thing I'm going to do though is get the rest of this this filled in. In fact, what we got to do is place the spruce wood across this first. We're going to do 2 stacks of sideways spruce wood. Then on top of that, we're going to place a couple of oaks there, and then we're just going to fill the rest of this in with oak. In fact, we're going to run an extra 2 blocks across. Well, actually just 1 block across right here and here. Place some blocks there, and then get this last little bit filled in with the oak. And we'll see how this is going to come together. We're almost done here with this exterior. There we go. And I'll probably just place just a regular stair there instead of 2 stairs since we don't have the space for them. Slabs here. Take a step back. So that's going to be the design for that side. Looking good. Over here, done, looking good. On this wall, we're going to add some windows, but not just yet. Actually, let's do it right now. Why not? Let's go 2 blocks in. I'm going to punch this open. Same thing on the other side. 2 blocks in. Might end up moving these over, depending on what happens with the layout. We're going to place some windows here now. Again, I still might switch those out for slabs. So that's basically what we're going to do. So here's the interior of this build, laid out and everything. Alright, let's take a step back over here and look at this again before I go any further. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty basic flat wall there, but it's fine. It's right up against the edge. Plus, it's going to help with the interior. Let's get some of the leaves here. Start to drape these over the roof on this side. We'll do just, you know, no rhyme or reason to this. Okay. Let's go with a couple blocks across here. Have this run all the way up. Turn it this way as well. There we go. And of course we got to add several over here. I just like to kind of snake it across the roof in sets of 2s and 3s and 1s. So I'll do like a set of 2 and 2 and then 1, 2, another 2 and then 1. Something like that. Maybe even turn this back this way as well a little bit. And across here. There we go. Just like that. Alright, so let's do a little moment of truth here. Let's well, not really, but let's get the torch. We're gonna place a few torches on the interior. First off, actually, I'm just gonna place a few torches here to get things started, since, you know, this place wants to be welcoming. It is a business after all. But I'm gonna put some torches on the inside, and I'm gonna set this thing to nighttime, and see how this window looks at night. I think this could potentially look really cool from this angle right here. So I gotta admit, it's pretty dark right now. I have it at like middle of the night here in the village. It's not very well lit. I definitely need to do a better job of lighting this village up, because at night it's pretty dark in here. I mean, some of these builds look cool at night, but this is actually the first time I've looked at the village in the nighttime, and it's kind of spooky, especially the church. It's completely dark, so I'm definitely gonna try to do a better job of lighting things up at nighttime here in the fantasy village. But I was honestly expecting the light to gleam through that window a little bit more than it does. As a matter of fact, these windows like aren't exactly transparent. You know, I can't really see through the brown stained glass very well, so kind of interesting. But even if I took some more torches here, put them like right on the sides of this, would that change it at all? Really still can't see through it that well. I mean, it does give off a little light, but it feels like it doesn't really feel like an effective glass. But I still think it looks better, and I think it's definitely worth to keep it. So yeah, like over here, it is very dark over here. You guys probably can't see a thing. Honestly, if I can't see anything, you guys definitely can't see anything. But yeah, definitely gonna have to do a better job of lighting up this village. That is definitely gonna be one of my tasks here coming up pretty soon. Got to do a better job lighting this place up because it is dark. It is dark in this village. But let's put it back to daytime. Also, guys, real quick, I just wanted to show you guys sunset. Look at this. Look at the sky. This texture pack is incredible. It's got like built-in shaders, I swear. It's incredible. But let's get back to work. Alright guys, so just to recap here, the exterior of this build is complete. Probably going to add some trees in the back or something like that, but it looks pretty solid. And now let's just go on the inside and do a little bit of interior work here to kind of wrap things up. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do a vaulted ceiling for this build. I think it'd probably be worthwhile. But yeah, my plan is to put the bar area for this tavern, you know, in this space right here. Really poorly placed in these blocks, but you get the idea. Like, this is going to be the little bar area in that corner. As far as how I'm going to do the interior walls, I feel like it'd be better if I didn't double stack them, because if I do double stack the walls, let me give you an idea of how much space that's going to be taken away from the build. I'm starting to think that just panes would probably be the better option here, and then keeping the wall design the way it was. So if I double stacked all this, this is also going to affect the connecting textures in the exterior as well, to what I'm doing right now. So I have to use a different block. But you see how little space there's going to be if I double stack this. So I don't think it's going to be a good idea to double stack. So what I'm going to do is keep the walls single stacked on this build. Since it's a fantasy village, we don't need to double stack the walls. I mean, most of the interior is going to be the same as the exterior anyway. So I will keep with the theme of single stack. I'm going to replace the glass windows with panes. We're going to do that. And we're going to fill in the empty spots there with some wood as well. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And that's how we'll wrap things up for today. We got to grab our brown stained panes here. And just basically open this whole thing up. This spot right here, I might double stack. Just this wall. Because... you know what? Let's just single stack everything. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it on this spot there. If that's going to modify the build a little bit, but all the other spots should be okay to turn into panes. You know, we'll see. We will see. But let's do it first. Let's see how it comes together. I'll take a look at the exterior. I don't think it's going to really matter on the exterior. It shouldn't change things very much. The one thing I did is I put a little buffer on this build to just in case. You know, I said that I was going to start off with regular blocks, and if they didn't work, then I could switch to panes. I made sure that I built the house in that way. So, you know, it doesn't look that much different out here with panes as opposed to full blocks, just because of the way I did the staircase designs on the windows. So really, you can barely tell a difference out here, and it helps significantly on the interior. So I think this is good. And what I'm going to do is all these blocks in the interior here are now just going to be filled in with wood. So, you know, these corner blocks, we're not going to fill them in with oak, because then it's going to change up the connecting textures on the exterior, which is, I think, something that looks very nice. So don't want to fix something that is not broken. All right, so let's get this filled in here, and we'll take a step back and see how this is looking. So we now have flat walls here throughout this whole interior, and I could do, like, you know, beams of logs running across. I think that is an idea that I'm considering. I was thinking about doing maybe a chandelier design in this build. I think that could be pretty cool, but connecting all these log beams is also an option that I think could work, and then having a chandelier in the middle right in front of the door is something I might want to do. But I haven't decided if I want to do a vaulted ceiling on this yet. But anyway, let's wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna finish things off today just by getting this this design solved. We gotta figure this out. I think I'm gonna keep the full blocks on this one, but I'm just gonna move up the layout by 1 block, I guess. So we're gonna place stairs here, and I'm gonna grab these slabs and place them out in front. Grab the slabs, not the stairs. So just move that design out 1. Barely changes the build, and I think it helps a little bit on the interior. So with all that being said, guys, there you go. There is the village tavern, little local hangout, completed on the exterior. So next episode, I'm gonna be coming back and probably working on some more houses next episode. Like I said, I think I'm gonna start working on some stuff over here, get this cul-de-sac finally filled in, add some more depth to the town. Also got to do a couple of builds over here on this on the edge of the water here on the riverbank, so we'll be doing that as well. But that's gonna wrap up today's episode, guys. Thanks for watching. There is the tavern in all of its glory. It's actually a pretty decent sized build, but it fits that space like just perfectly. So I'm liking what we have, and it also starts to create a little bit of distance between the mage tower and the rest of the town. So like, kind of like once you go past the tavern, you're kind of like outside the town, I guess is like the theme I was going for, since that's kind of a big build blocking that space. So that's pretty good. And of course, you know, this is kind of like the outcast mage tower, which is not really, the town isn't really associated with it, I guess is kind of like the whole point behind it. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, drop a like. That would be awesome. And I will see you guys back in a few days for the next episode of the Fantasy Village Let's Build. Guys, it's been Dangeles. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.